A good roasted chicken is the basis for so many great dishes, and it makes a delightful, protein-packed, and simple dish all on its own. So, whether you need an easy rotisserie recipe or are just tired of raiding the shelves of your local grocery store, I highly recommend you give this easy, succulent roast chicken and root vegetables a try. We will begin by making a flavorful compound butter, which will be much easier to make if your butter is at room temperature. Mine wasn't, and I'll proceed anyway. I'm going to add some salt and pepper, the leaves of a few sprigs of thyme, the zest of 1 lemon, and some granulated garlic, as well as a little bit of smoked paprika. You could really add whatever flavors here that you'd like. Since my butter wasn't fully soft, I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil to help get things moving there. And then I'm going to use a fork to go ahead and smash this up and fully incorporate all those flavors and herbs into that butter. Once that's done, you can set this aside, and that is a great flavorful compound butter you can use on tons of things, just like today's roasted chicken. To go along with our chicken, I'm going to cut up some root vegetables. So I've got some red potatoes here. I like how they hold up to a nice long hot cooking process and don't break apart too much. I'm just going to cut these into quarters. Those are some large chunks, but that's just fine. We're going to cook this for an hour and a half or so in a warm oven. I've also got some carrots. I'm not going to bother to peel them. Those imperfections on the outside are just fine. I am going to go ahead and make sure any large, stalky pieces and root ends are cut off, but other than that, just plop them on in there. They'll be just fine even with a little bit of peel. As for onions, I went ahead and topped and tailed an onion here, and I'm just going to use my hands to break this up into large chunks. Again, this is all going to cook down in the oven, so no need to get things perfectly sized. We'll go ahead and drizzle those veg with some olive oil, season them up with plenty of salt and pepper, of course. And we're going to nestle our chicken right down on top. Now, obviously, as you can see, this is a strangely shaped animal. Well, not that strange. It's kind of similar to how all animals are shaped, but I guess I'm getting beside myself here. It's got wings and legs and breasts, and these things don't cook at the same time or same rate. So go ahead and tuck those wingtips behind the body, and then we're going to go ahead and brush, or I should just say smush this butter all over our bird. I like to take as much as I can and pack it up underneath the skin of the breasts. As it melts and renders, it should flavor all that meat and help keep that white meat nice and moist. Go ahead and make sure you work it around the legs, the sides, the thighs as well. Once you've got that bird prodigiously buttered, we want to help those legs and the middle of that body to cook as evenly as possible. So we'll go ahead and grab some butcher's twine and tie those legs together. Doesn't have to be a pretty knot here, just get it tied and cut off any excess. I'm going to season that outside with some more fresh cracked pepper and a strong pinch of salt. That's a large bird and it could take plenty of seasoning, and a lot of it's going to fall off anyway. Next up, this is going to go into a 425 degree oven for roughly an hour and a half. I am also going to stuff the cavity with 1 bulb of garlic, which I cut in half. That lemon, which we went ahead and zested, I'm just going to pop that in the cavity, as well as some more fresh thyme. We've already got all these flavors here working in the dish. I just want them to perfume the inside of that bird as it cooks. It's also going to release flavors down into those veggies. There it goes into the oven. About 90 minutes or so later, comes out looking absolutely beautiful. If you want to be sure you've got the right temperature, obviously you'll use a thermometer. Make sure the breast is 160 degrees or that dark meat is 175. You could definitely make some gravy for this if you wanted to by just pulling everything out, adding some flour, creating a roux, and then adding some stock. But this thing is so juicy and so succulent, it doesn't need any extra sauces or accompaniments. Just gonna check out that beautiful, perfectly cooked breast meat. And man, the skin on this is absolutely divine. Nice and crispy, tons of flavor from that seasoning we put on the outside and that compound butter that we stuffed into every nook and cranny. I love how absolutely soft and roasty, succulent. Look at that carrot. I mean, if you've ever not liked vegetables, this is the perfect preparation. They're soft, they're sweet, they're tender, just absolutely divine. As you can see, no plate was needed. I just went ahead and grabbed a few delightful bites out of this big old roasting dish. But however you plate it up or serve it up, whether you make chicken salad or pasta dishes, there's a lot of opportunities available to you with great roasted chicken like this. So whether you eat it straight out of the pan or make something else, I hope at the very least you'll go and make something delicious.